Have you ever felt that you're giving your best in love, but somehow, it's still not enough? You text them every morning. You do little things to show you care. But they say, "You've changed." You look at them and think, "No, I'm still the same." So why does love fade, even when love is still there? The truth is, most relationships don't die because of a lack of love. They die because we express love in a language our partner doesn't understand. And that's where Gary Chapman's timeless book, The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts, changes everything. He says love is not just about saying, "I love you." It's about saying it in a way the other person can feel it. Because every heart has its own language. And until you learn to speak it, your love will remain unheard. Lesson 1: Words of Affirmation. Some people don't need grand gestures. They don't need gifts or time, they just need words. A simple, "I'm proud of you." A gentle, "You mean so much to me." Or even, "Thank you for being in my life." For them, words are oxygen. They breathe through appreciation, encouragement, and verbal love. When you say, "I love you," they don't just hear it, they feel safe. But when you stay silent, when days pass without kind words, they begin to shrink inside. Not because love is gone, but because silence feels like rejection. Gary Chapman calls this the first love language, words of affirmation. It teaches us that love spoken sincerely can heal more wounds than silence ever could. So if your partner lights up when you compliment them, when you appreciate their small efforts, then this is their language, and one kind sentence a day can change the entire rhythm of your relationship. Lesson 2: Receiving gifts. Let's clear one thing. This is not about materialism. It's not about diamonds, phones, or fancy things. It's about symbolism. For some, a small gift, even a flower, a handwritten note, or a surprise chocolate, means, "I thought about you." It's not the size of the gift, it's the meaning behind it. Because the person who speaks this love language feels loved when they receive something tangible, a token that says, "You were on my mind." When you bring them a gift, they don't see an object. They see love made visible. So if your partner cherishes birthdays, surprises, and thoughtful gestures, then this is their love language. It's not about spending more money. It's about paying more attention. Lesson 3: Quality time. You can be in the same room with someone and still feel miles apart. Because presence isn't about proximity. It's about connection. Some people don't care about words or gifts. They just want your time, your undivided attention. When you look into their eyes while they speak. When you listen without scrolling your phone. When you walk together, laugh together, and simply be together, they feel loved. But when you're distracted, always busy, always saying, "Maybe later," they feel invisible. The third love language, quality time, is about making your partner feel that in this moment there is no one else in the world but them. It's not the quantity of time that matters. It's the quality of your attention. So, sit with them, listen, be present. Because love doesn't need a grand setting, just genuine presence. Lesson 4: Acts of service. There are people who believe that actions speak louder than words. You could say, "I love you," 100 times. But for them, love means helping, supporting, doing. They feel loved when you cook for them, help with chores, or do something that makes their life a little easier. Gary Chapman calls this the acts of service love language. When you do something thoughtful, you're saying, "I care enough to act." And when you don't, when promises are broken, when efforts fade, they feel unloved. Not because they're needy, but because their heart hears love through action. So if your partner smiles when you help them, if they appreciate small efforts more than gifts, you've found their language. Sometimes love is not about what you say, it's about what you do. Lesson 5: Physical touch. Some people speak love not through words, not through time, but through touch. A hug after a long day, a kiss before leaving home. A hand held in silence. For them, physical touch is connection. It's reassurance. It says, "I'm here with you." When you hug them, their world feels safe again. When you pull away, not just physically, but emotionally, they start to feel unloved, unwanted, unseen. This is the fifth love language, physical touch. It's the most primal, the most human way to express love. Because sometimes, the soul just needs arms around it, not words, not gifts, just presence, skin, heartbeat. So never underestimate the power of a gentle touch. It can say more than 1,000 words ever could. Ending message. The secret to love that lasts. Here's the truth. We all give love in the way we wish to receive it. If you're a Words of Affirmation person, you speak in words. If you're quality time, you crave attention. But what if your partner's language is different? That's where real love begins. When we stop loving others the way we understand love, and start loving them the way they do. Love isn't about perfection. It's about translation. Because sometimes, the person who seems distant is just speaking another language, waiting for you to learn theirs. Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages isn't just a book about relationships. It's a mirror. It shows us how to understand love, how to communicate it, how to nurture it, and how to make it last. So before you say, "They don't love me anymore," ask yourself, are they really not loving you? Or are they loving you in a language you've never learned to hear? Because when you learn that language, love stops being a mystery and starts being a miracle.